Here we have a pre-owned 2017 Nissan Rogue. This one comes in the SV trim level in magnetic black, and then we have black cloth interior. The powertrain consists of a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, and that's mated to the Xtronic CVT. Now this one, almost 10 years old, only has about 60,000 miles on it. To the front end here, we do get our halogen headlamps, halogen fog lights, and LED daytime running lights. But a nice looking front fascia here, specifically for 2017, if you were able to get the daytime running lights, because it really makes a difference having them on this vehicle. Down here to the wheels, these are gonna be 17-inch alloy. Passive keyless entry on the front. And then to the door panel here, power mirror controls are there. And then we have our one-touch up and down window for the driver's side, and then regular power windows on the other 3 doors, rear window lock button there, and then we have our power door lock controls there. Brightness for the gauge cluster, trip meter, and then traction control, blind spot monitors, lift gate, heated steering wheel here, sport mode, eco mode, and then fuel door release, hood release, foot pedal parking brake. Then we do get a manual tilt as well as telescoping steering wheel. But here's the power driver's seat, 2-way power lumbar support. Now I want to give a huge thanks to John Roberts Nissan here in Manchester, Tennessee for allowing me to review this Rogue today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. But I have the front seat adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so as I sit behind myself, really good space, I think, for the segment. Seat back pockets are on both sides. Rear AC vents are there. And there's a look at the front from back here. And then you can pull this strap here. And I had to cut it because I have to use 2 hands, but you pull the strap here and then you can pull the center console down, and then you have your bottle holders there in the middle. And then you can just snap it back into place. But again, you have to pull here, and then while it's being pulled, you have to pull the seat down. Now child locks are right here, lock, unlock there. And there's a look at the back end. Exhaust. So with this one having the power lift gate, you just kind of hit that button, fold up there, and you have a little bit of storage underneath here if you need that. And then top tethers for the car seats are integrated on the back of the seats themselves, the outer seats at least. And then you do have a 12 volt down here. But a big plus having the power lift gate on an SV, definitely. Now the fuel door is open, gas cap is there. And then down here we have our anchors for the car seats hidden way back behind the seat. And then you can actually just pull this lever here, fold the seat flat, and it's pretty easy to get it back into place, but you can see you have a little bit of recline there. So if you want to straight up, there's that, and then you can use this to move it all the way back there. And then here we have our manual front passenger seat. Glove compartment there. I think we still have the owner's manual in this one. And then as we come back around to the front, just gonna take a quick look in the engine bay. A little dusty, but again, 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. But next we're gonna check out the blinkers. We do get them in the side mirrors, which is a big plus. I know some new cars that still don't have that option there. But let's hop in the driver's seat. We do get a leather wrap steering wheel here, which is nice. And actually a nice horn sound as well. Hazards. Down here to the radio, we do get the navigation system in this one particularly. SD card reader there. That's where the nav card goes. And then you also have the CD drive here. But I'm in the nav menu now. If you want to set up your home, points of interest, the actual map is there. And then for the aux, you get that aux input, a USB drive, Bluetooth audio, AM, FM, XM radio. And then volume knob here, you can kind of click that to turn the audio off. And you do have a tune knob, scroll knob there. And if you hit the enter, that takes to the audio settings there. And then you have your apps here, which include the Sirius XM traffic. And then all of your settings right in here. So for the system settings, you can change your language here. And then temperature units. But down here, dual zone automatic climate control, so you can turn the dual mode on or off, and then just fan speed here, AC toggle there, temperature there, auto mode there, and then your defrosters are on either side there. This mode button chooses the fan direction for you. But backup cameras here, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel, and you get a bird's eye view, which on a 2017 Rogue SV, I think is pretty impressive. But down here, USB-A port, that plugs directly to the radio, aux input there, 12 volt. And then for the shifter, just hit the brake, hit this lever, reverse neutral drive, come over here, you get those simulated shifts in the manual mode, bottle holders, and then 2-stage heated seats. Center console cubby space with a 12 volt. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. Up here, lights, LED, sunglasses holder, vanity mirror, and then blind spot monitors. Your indicators are right there, if I didn't mention that already. But back to the steering wheel itself, blinkers, high beams, and then you have your auto lights there, and then your fog lights are here. Intermittent wipers, one time off, intermittent low, high. You can adjust that intermittent frequency here, and then your rear wiper right there. Push back for that rear wiper fluid, pull up for the front. Now volume can be adjusted here, track list, radio station presets there. These 4 arrows and this back button go through your gauge cluster functions there in the middle. So tire pressure monitors, and you can change your units of measurement and all that if you want to. But a ton that you can actually fool with. But your units are right in there. You can change it for mileage, tire pressures, and temperature separately, which is nice. This side of the steering wheel, cruise control, set your speed, cancel there. You have your Bluetooth controls there. And then you have your push button start here. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. And then this particular vehicle does have both keys. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and take this 2017 Rogue SV out on the road for a quick test drive. So starting the test drive in this Rogue here, Xtronic CVT, it's all right. Not my favorite, but I mean, it gets the job done. Really shines when it comes to fuel economy for a vehicle of this size with this kind of engine. I wouldn't call it slow, but it's not fast either. But for a lot of people, they're gonna like how it drives because it's more simple, I guess. The steering, this really reminds me of the older RAV4s that are around this same year, just with a more loose steering, not a lot of throttle, but I mean, it gets the job done while still getting good fuel economy. And the tech is decent, but it's not top of the line. But honestly, for 2017, Nissan had just put the high beam assist in these, so that's something that I think is a big plus if you were to get a vehicle that's this old. I'm not saying it's old, but 8-9 years old, and it's having the high beam assist. That's a big plus, I think. So to get that going, you just put the headlamps in the auto mode, push the stalk back, and then when applicable, they'll come on. You have to be like a certain speed or whatever, and you can't be going too slow. But that's a pretty big feature to have, specifically on this to be a Rogue SV. So just a step above the S trim. And how this one is equipped, I can tell it had quite a few packages on it because it does have the safety shield here, having the blind spot monitors. It has the navigation system, again, the high beam assist, the LED daytime running lights, dual zone automatic climate control. So this one is pretty decked out. But I mean, relatively low miles too, for this to be a 2017, having just a little over 60,000, driving like new so far. Now the sound acoustics in here, they're not terrible. It's pretty windy out today, so I'm actually impressed with how I'm not hearing any wind noise as of now. When we get on the interstate, that'll probably change, but road noise is not terrible. This is an industrial road, so I mean, pretty good, honestly. I feel like this might need an alignment, maybe. But saying all this to say, there's very little that's wrong with this car at all for it to be a Nissan with a CVT. It's a 2017. It has a few scratches on the outside, but other than that, I mean, really good shape here. You can tell whoever had this tried to take care of it. But again, for what you get here, specifically with how this is optioned out, I see why the asking price is $16,000. There's quite a lot in here in terms of options again, and it gets the job done for someone who's needing just inexpensive transportation. They don't want to buy a new car, because a new Rogue, if you get it, something like this, is 32 to 35 grand. You get a few more features like adaptive cruise maybe, but again, for the SV, you're paying around that money, and you can just get the body style before it for a little less. Well, I mean, more than half, really. And you don't get the 1.5 turbo 3, which I actually really like in the Rogues. But if you don't like that, you still get the 2.5 naturally aspirated 4 here. So that might be another reason for you to go this way as opposed to getting a new Rogue. But still have the CVT in it. But I like the new Rogues because I love having the drive modes there. Their drive modes are so much fun, just having the Sport and then the Eco. And here you get the Sport and the Eco, but you have buttons here as opposed to the knob that's on the side. And I do feel like it's a bit more fun with that Turbo 3 to go between the drive modes. Not saying it's not fun here, but we're actually gonna find that out as we get on the interstate momentarily. So I'm gonna put in a sport mode. Gonna use the simulated shifts as well. Here we go. So not bad. Gonna put in the Eco now. But I want to give a huge thanks again to John Roberts Nissan here in Manchester, Tennessee, for allowing me to review this Rogue today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever used vehicle you might be interested in. But it's I mean, it's a solid vehicle. I think this one in particular, again, for the miles, for the packages that are included here, I think it's worth the money. Still a lot of life left in here. It's easy to drive. I mean, visibility is fantastic. In terms of having the bigger back window, no intrusion in my line of sight here. from the windshield. But then just having the blind spot monitors on top of that. And honestly, road noise is not terrible. Really not bad at all, but also even with the wind here, I'm not hearing the gusts as much as I was expecting. I really have to listen for them. But it drives down the road normally, feels good behind the wheel. And it's only about 72, 75 degrees right now, and it's overcast, but I have the AC on the lowest setting, the fan speed all the way down, so I can't even hear that. So it's just a nice ride coming down the road here. Suspension, I'm feeling just a tad bit of bounce, but for the most part, I mean, it's comfortable. It helps having the power seat for the driver. The power lumbar is a big plus as well. But all in all, I think a solid vehicle if you're wanting something that has a little bit of space and you're wanting to stay under 20 grand, still have a vehicle that has a lot of life left in it with a few features. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2017 Nissan Rogue SV.